Polish heroines. Ewa Swoboda, former European indoor champion. Posters everywhere, massive posters of her everywhere across the city of Katowice. She's right in the middle of the 9 athletes as well. They set it up for her. Jenna Prandini, well, she's a great 200-meter runner, has a best of 10.9, the American. Hasn't had a vintage season by her standards. 7th in the London Diamond League before the games, hasn't raced since then. Natasha Morrison of Jamaica, 11-1 this year, but she's a 10.85 athlete. Bass of Gambia, she goes in lane 3, semi-finalist in the Olympic Games at 200 meters. Then Tamari Davis, 2nd in Lausanne and 2nd in Monaco just before the game. She's a very consistent racer as the 21-year-old American. Best of 10.8. Yeah, and there is Swoboda. How they love her. Silver medalist at the World Indoors in Glasgow back in March behind Julian Alfred. And that wasn't a bad person to lose to, seeing as Alfred went on to become Olympic champion. Marie-Josée Ta Lou-Smith of the Côte d'Ivoire. I'm sure she races more than anybody on the whole circuit. A prolific racer. 4th in Lausanne, 11.07. Still in good form, the 35-year-old. Daryll Neita of Great Britain. 4th in the Olympic 100, 5th in the 200. So frustrated with those, although she got a silver from the sprint relay. Tia Clayton, 7th in the Olympic Games. The Jamaican silver medalist. Only a youngster, just 20 years old. And Patrizia Van der Weken of Luxembourg completes the lineup. She's a late addition, I think, because when I travelled here a couple of days ago, I was chatting to a certain Dina Asher-Smith at the airport as we were waiting for our bags. Dina announced yesterday she was pulling out of this meeting. I'm not sure if she's felt a niggle or if she's just not feeling 100%, but Dina flew here to Poland, but is not competing tonight. So the meeting record, well, it's a rather impressive one. I'm not sure we'll see an extra one added in this race. 10.66 by Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price of Jamaica a couple of years ago. But 3 Olympic finalists go here. And all eyes on Swoboda in lane 5. There she is, real powerhouse. She's a tremendously quick starter. Look for her to probably lead at halfway and then maybe to get run down. Can she stay ahead, though, to send everyone home on a high? With Mondo, of course, 2 more attempts at that world record in the vault to come. Well, a really good start from Tamari Davis, there, 4th from right. Swoboda's got some running to do here yet. I don't think she's going to win this one. Really good running on the near side, too, from Tia Clayton. Tia Clayton takes it there. On the near side, I think, probably the shortest athlete in the race and the youngest at 20. The Jamaican in lane 8, I think, just nicked that. 10.81. Well, it is super fast. That's the 5th fastest time in the world this year. And for Clayton, it is indeed a new lifetime best by a pretty big chunk. 10.83 she's given, in fact, but it is nonetheless a lifetime best. Swoboda didn't get her usual bullet start from lane 5. Wasn't able to get the blood up for the crowd through the first half at least. But Clayton, well, she's similarly small in stature, but boy, did she hold her form well through the second half and just hung on there because it was really...
Of the Bahamas, Daryll of Jamaica, Matthias of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, London of St. Lucia, and Dowdy of Antigua and Barbuda.
London a fine starter, but Hodge undeniably the favorite here.
Decans of Trinidad and Tobago, 12.15 in qualifying. She starts in lane number 1. Lane number 2, Kamoy Pinga, 11.73 sprinter, even better hurdler, 12.14 in qualifying. This is the young lady who has been super impressive. 11.54, negative 3.2 wind in qualifying, 11.44 personal best in her semi-final. Lane 4, Chatelia Dorset of the Bahamas, 11.83 to get into this final. Ran a very good semi-final. Tiana Lee Terrelong, unbeaten in the land of wood and water, 7 out of 9 races under 12 seconds, but she's up against something she's never seen in competition before. Shante Matthias in lane number 6, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, 12.11 to get into the final. In lane 7, competitor 343, the fast starting Naomi London of St. Lucia, personal best 11.86 to get into the final. And on the outside, Giolina Dowdy of Antigua and Barbuda. A big moment for her to be in the championship race as well. Under 17 girls, 100 final. The Carifta record, 11.27, set in 2018 by Brianna Williams.
Hodge, undoubtedly the favorite, has looked polished in heat number 1 and the semis. Terry Long, high top end speed, better when she gets her start right. And Dorset, a fine starter.
On your marks.
The 3 favorites for the gold, silver and bronze.
Hodge in lane number 3, representing the British Virgin Islands. 11:44 in her semi-final, by some way the best under 17 athlete we have seen on the girls' side in the 100 meters. Can she deliver what is now expected to be gold? She's in 3.
Set. Stand up.
More drama. Just a little bit more time for us to anticipate what is to be.
More tension.
Green.
These young sprinters have to
Green.
clear their minds. Green card comes up, so no one will be thrown out of the race. You can hear the starter saying green. That means everybody's okay. That's Terry Long walking back.
Green.
Tall Jamaican, great at top speed. Great start in the semi, improved over the first round, and she'll be hoping to get that type of start again. Needs a brilliant start to close up on Hodge in the blue with the red trimmings, BVI.
Unlikely she'll have a chance if she allows Hodge to get away.
Has to
Terrelong,
run her own race, of course, and concentrate on doing the best she can.
for sure. Terrelong 11:60 at her best. Hodge 11:44 in her semi-final. Hodge is in 3. Terrelong is in 5. Dorset of the Bahamas in 4. Cleanly away this time. Hodge got a brilliant start. Dorset slipped at the start. The Jamaican Terrelong left well back. It is Hodge who is tearing away from the field. Look at this marvelous performance. She is so close to the record of 11:27, 11:29 on the clock. It is a massive personal best. It comes back at 11:28. The Carifta record barely survives. But Deja Hodge of the British Virgin Islands wins Carifta gold, and she's delighted. That was a stunning performance.
She hit that race out of the park, perfect in every phase. A brilliant start, accelerated smoothly, and ran at top speed all the way to the finish. Outdistanced the field. Terrelong left in the blocks. Adrift, Dorset pressuring for a medal, but this young lady has proven on the 17 Caribbean she is definitely number 1. Wonderful racing by Hodge of the BVI.
She came here on a mission, Deja Hodge of the British Virgin Islands, and she has delivered in no uncertain manner.
The women's 100 meters at the 2024 Silesia Diamond League delivered one of the most intense and dramatic sprint battles of the entire season. Under the bright lights of the Kamila Skolimowska Memorial in Poland, a deep field of rising stars and seasoned veterans lined up, each carrying their own storyline, but all chasing the same goal: a statement victory in the final track event of the evening. The crowd's energy centered heavily around Poland's own Ewa Swoboda in lane 5, a national hero whose posters filled the streets of Katowice. Fresh from winning silver at the World Indoor Championships, she was expected to electrify the stadium with her trademark explosive start. But across the lanes stood serious threats. Jamaica's young sprint talent, Tia Clayton, just 20 years old, came in with growing momentum. Tamari Davis of the USA had shown elite consistency with back-to-back Diamond League podium finishes. And Marie-Josée Ta Lou-Smith, the Ivorian legend, continued her never-ending pursuit of top-level performances. Natasha Morrison, Jenna Prandini, Patrizia Van der Weken, and Bass of Gambia, completed a lineup loaded with experience and speed. When the gun finally fired, it was Davis who reacted best, surging ahead early. Swoboda, unusually, didn't produce her typical bullet start, leaving her with work to do. But the drama unfolded on the outer lanes, where Tia Clayton, the smallest athlete in the field, held immaculate form while powering through the second half of the race. Ta Lou-Smith closed ferociously beside her, both athletes dipping at the line in perfect sync. The finish was so tight that the winner could only be determined by a high-precision photo review. Both Clayton and Ta Lou were officially clocked at 10:83 seconds, while Davis followed at 10:84, making the top three separated by just 1,000th of a second. One of the closest finishes of the entire 2024 Diamond League season. The victory went to Clayton, marking the first Diamond League win of her young career and signaling her emergence as a future force in global sprinting. Her time also stood as a lifetime best, achieved with a strong tailwind and immense pressure. For Jamaica, already rich with sprinting icons, the rise of the Clayton twins added a new layer to the nation's sprinting legacy. As fans revisit the highlights of past seasons, this race remains unforgettable, a perfect blend of tension, talent, and razor-thin margins. For the athletes, it was a night of breakthrough performances. For the crowd in Poland, it was the sprint finish they came to see. And for Tia Clayton, it was the race that announced her arrival on the world stage.